Welcome to Monaco. A track full of challenging corners through the S's, the hairpin, through the hairpin. Dang it, I missed the tunnel. Went under the track. Sorry about that. But through the tunnel, down the hill, onto the chicane, through the tight corners, up the hill, onto the front stretch. No, I didn't. But it's like a scoring pole as Mr. Mike wrecked out on qualifying, and I don't know if he'll have a good race. As let's load up our point standings. Nice. Also, I do nice. As here are our current playoff standings, NASCAR locked himself into the playoffs with a win at Iowa. So let's see if he can maybe go for 3 in a row, which has never been done by an ML driver. See if he can be the first to do so today. But right now, Red's still holding points lead. Mike, Nas, KJ, and A and Pretty are the only ones in the hole currently. 15 laps here in the Monaco Grand Prix. As let's interview our driver in the booth today. In second, how do you feel about getting on pole but sadly out of the playoffs? Alright, thank you for your time as we get ready for 15 hard-wrenching laps today here in the Monaco Raceway. Who's gonna win it? Who could potentially be out of the playoffs? And what's gonna happen? It's Monaco! What's gonna happen? Green flag with it selected, starting on the pole. And selected as they dive through turn 1. They're almost all single file as Inselected is going to try and as Red's gonna lead through that corner, but not for long. It is gonna fall back to the 3rd place position. As they come through the hairpin now. As Red is gonna get the lead through the hairpin as they go through the tunnel, coming to the chicane. Onto the chicane now. Red trying to hold on to the lead. Red leading still here in Monaco. Red's gonna get a bad launch off that corner, but Red is coming around 3 and 4 onto the front stretch. And no, A out of nowhere is gonna lead the first lap. 14 to go. Where did A even come from? As Mr. Mike's gonna pull ahead. As Mr. Mike is trying to pull away from A for the lead. As they come through the hairpin now, Red has been dominant through the hairpin, as we saw on that first lap pass. But Mike still leads here in the Monaco Grand Prix. But it's right now, Red trying to catch him. But Red is trying to catch Mr. Mike, A as well. They are all trying to catch Mr. Mike for the win. and the lead as our pole sitter in the 24 is currently sitting in 4th as we come to 13 laps left here in Monaco. Mr. Mike trying to hold on to the lead to maybe get another win in the playoffs, but A so far is trying to catch him here in Monaco. But right now, it's all Mr. Mike trying to claim this victory. Here comes NASCAR out of nowhere after winning Iowa and nailing himself a playoff position. He is trying to go out with a bang and trying to win it again, as he's going to pull it to 3rd now, as it's right now Mr. Mike trying to lead. We come to 12 laps left here in the Monaco Grand Prix. Thought somebody got wrecked, but right now it is Beast in the back. 12 laps left as Tar has joined us. And it's all Mr. Mike. Currently, it's all Mike. Coming to the hairpin now as Nas trying to hold 3rd away from Red. Remember, Nas is already locked into the playoffs. But it's right now Mr. Mike leading here in the Monaco Grand Prix. As here comes Racer, it's selected. Non-playoff drivers are storming the top 5. Here comes Pretty, also in a must-win situation to make it to the playoffs. As we come to 11 to go, as DB has joined us in the server. And as all Mr. Mike trying to claim the victory. He's trying to do it again. As Nas already in the playoffs, he's looking to get more and more success to maybe get this win. As anything can happen as we're coming to 10 to go. And it is all Mr. Mike as we come to 10 laps left. A is trying to close in the gap on Mike, but it's not going to work fully. Mike leads here in the Monaco Grand Prix. 10 to go here in Monaco. Pit lap at lap 8. No cautions, luckily, so far. But it's all Mr. Mike and A leading the field. A good amount of lead for both of them as they are trying to close in the gap. But so far, coming through the hairpin now, Mike trying to hold off A. We're going to get a flyby cam through the tunnel. Well, off the tunnel.
What are you girlies doing? Hi, girlies.
What a cool flyby. But right now it is A leading, Mike 2nd, trying to close in the gap on A now. A is also in a must-win situation. Wait, is A in a must-win situation? Yes, A is in a must-win situation to make it in or to... And here comes Pretty to 3rd as we are at 9 laps left. As nothing has really happened with this race so far, as no cautions yet, as KJ currently last. But right now, A is trying to hold off Mr. Mike for the lead, as we are going to have a flyby cam on right here. It is right now all A and Mr. Mike as they are trying to close in the gap. 8 laps left here in the Monaco Grand Prix as pit stops are going to be underway. Pit stops are going to be underway as now Mr. What happened to Mr. Mike? They now has a huge lead, about a full hairpin. But what in the world happened to Mr. Mike? And now A has a huge lead coming into pit stops. As it is now all A trying to hold them off. As Pretty is into second. Pretty into the lead! Now A's gonna get it back. They come onto the pit straight. Just gonna have a good run. These four are all fighting for points. As all four of them are trying to fight for some points really badly, especially A and Pretty, who are in a which are both of them in a must-win situation to make it to the playoffs. And that would put, if A or Pretty won today, that would put KJ into the hole, so we could see an upset. They trying to hold off as these top four try to do something big, as we're going to have a flyby on the hairpin. 2 flybys in a row. Never see that. But right now, it is this top four group full of playoff drivers. It's Mike, Pretty, A, Nas, TV, Red, Beast, Inselectant, and the rest of the field. And it is right now Mr. Mike leading, as Nas, who's trying to win a 3 in a row. He's trying to do 3 in a row. 6 laps left here in the Monaco Grand Prix. As Mr. Mike trying to hold him off. I don't know. 3? Coming on. We're gonna have a sick flyby here. As A trying to close in the gap on Mr. Mike. Coming on to the chicane. A trying to close in the gap in a must-win situation for the playoffs. For championship. They try to close in the gap. A passes him. 5 laps left. 5 laps left, and A trying to pull the upset. And A trying to pull another upset. We could have 2 in a row upsets today, as A is leading here in the Monaco Grand Prix. As NASCAR in third, Pretty still having a chance in it. So we so far have had no caution flags, which is oddly unusual for a track like Monaco. Oh! And right as I say that, Mr. Mike is off the racetrack! Caution comes out! And in the same place where Mr. Mike wrecked in qualifying, he wrecks again! And there goes Mr. Mike! And that is a caution flag everybody needed. As now B starting on the inside. Let's see if he can make that line work. But 3 to go here in Monaco. As Red out of nowhere is going to take the lead here in Monaco. Red out of nowhere. Trying to win 5 wins in a season. But TV is not stopping. Now here comes Dragon Slayer. As it is now Dragon Slayer in the lead. nope, never mind. I said there was all non-playoff drivers in the top 3. Red in third. Coming to 2 to go here in Monaco. As Dragon Slayer trying to pull the biggest upset ever in the MLSim series. As Pretty's gonna go into second. As Dragon Slayer coming onto the hairpin for the for the second to last time. As Dragon Slayer trying to claim the victory for himself about a lot of lead. As it's right now all Dragon Slayer. And it looks like Dragon Slayer's going to get his first ML win at Monaco. White flag. Next flag ends it as Dragon Slayer trying to claim this win for himself, not in the playoffs. He's trying to pull the biggest upset of the entire playoffs. Dragon Slayer coming through the tunnel. Onto the chicane for the final time. And Dragon Slayer coming on to the final corners. Coming onto the front stretch. Dragon Slayer is going to win his first demo race. And Dragon Slayer is going to win his first ML race. As I think Red third, then A fourth. So Red is going to get 65 points. And A is going to get 38. A and Pretty are in a must-win situation. And what a race! Dragon Slayer performing one of the biggest upsets of the entire season. Let's interview our driver today. It's like, how do you feel about this upset win by Dragon Slayer? All right, thank you for your time. As now, Pretty a must-win situation to go to the Final Four at Martinsville, or as Mark Martin calls it, Martinsville. I'll see you guys next time. Red signing off.